What's up, you guys? It's Michelle here. Thanks for joining me today and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I have a budget planner release from Kellofaplan that I'm going to flip through and then do a plan with me. So stay tuned if you want to check it out. All of this is releasing on Friday, September 26th at 10 a.m. Central Time, and I'll be sure to have my Kellofaplan affiliate link in the description, and I always appreciate your support when you shop through my link at no extra cost to you. But what's releasing today is an undated budget planner, 2 sticker books. We've got Bill Basics and Budget Basics. Then I've got a budget expansion pack, paper pack, and also a paycheck budget and cash envelope budget sheets paper pack, as well as some top tab dividers with labels. So I'm going to put all this to the side and we'll take a look at the planner first. It comes in this gorgeous box. It'll be shipped in this box. And it has a quote on the front that says, "Take control of your money before it takes control of you." And then it has all of the budget type images, like the little wallet, the phone, the car, the house, the piggy bank. And it is on these solid plastic black discs. Love the pink. Then the inside is going to be the coordinating stripes in those colors, different shades of pink, white, and gray. Then here's the name page. It has all those images here on the side. It says, "This is your year." It's got a place to write your name, "Planning a Life I Love." So on this side, it has annual financial goals. You'll have a place to write here. It says, "This year I want to," for your main financial goal, and how will I achieve this goal. And then we've got a square for each month of the year to put your monthly financial goals. And then the next page says yearly recurring expenses. So you can list here for each month what is a recurring expense for that month. Then next we have a yearly bill tracker. Love this. So it's got all the months at the top, and then it'll go on into all the way through the year there. But the first column says bill due. Then in the small column that says auto pay, yes or no, due date, date paid, and amount paid. So you'll have a place to track for each month, 27 bills for each month. So we've got January through March, April through June, goes on into July through September, and October through December. Next, we have a subscription tracker. This is so smart. I love this. Monthly subscriptions. So we've got the subscription, the cost, and then a place to check off for each month of the year. And then we've got quarterly subscriptions. Again, subscription costs, quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and annual subscriptions. Then we have a pay in 4 tracker, like pay in 4 installments. They have that a lot now with different companies and services, but you put your items purchased here, the total cost, each payment total, payment 1 due date, payment 2 due date, 3 and 4. And next we have a debt tracker. So we've got a shaded box here to list your debt goals, and a place for 4 different debts that you can track. So you put the name of the debt there, the starting balance, the minimum payment, and then you have lines here for month, payment, and balance, enough for 8, and then a shaded section here that says reflection. Then we have a retirement savings, place for the date, the account, contributions, and the balance. Donations, oh, I love that too. The date, the charity, the donation, and the amount. And then the back is going to be just lined for notes. And we go into our monthly dividers here. Of course, it's undated, so you'll just use stickers to date these with the month. It says, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a big ship." Then on the back, it's got all the bills. So we'll start out, each month will look like this. We'll have a monthly budget page, a place to write the month, a little box that says income, has the date, the source, the amount, and the total. Then we've got bills and fixed expenses, date, source, budget, and actual. And variable expenses, date, source, budget, and actual. And then down here, debt, a place to put the date, the source, and the amount, and a total on each is shaded down here. And then an overall summary. So here's where you can figure up, after everything comes out, your income comes in, your expenses, your debt, and then what your balance is. Then we'll go into our undated monthly spread, very clean, just black and white, and we've got a dot grid sidebar over here for notes. Then we have a monthly expense tracker. So we've got the date, the purchase, the paid with, and the amount. I love this. I think I'm going to use this for work. Then we have our weekly layout here. So it says weekly budget. It's got a place to note the month and the day, either circle it or shade it or highlight it. And then there are a place for 11. We've got 11 little bullet points there. So we have our days here with enough room to write plenty in there. And then at the bottom, we've got a section, a 2-column section. So you can just kind of use that for whatever you need. And then we'll have our second week. It'll be exactly like that. The third week, the fourth week, and the fifth week, which there aren't always 5 weeks in some months, so you have plenty. Then at the very back, we have this 30-day savings challenge. So saving for, and it's got a blank, and how much you want to save. And then this is the key for how much each of these little dollars will equal. So if you wanted it to, say if you wanted to save $5 at a time, one of these would equal 5. So you'd have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then so on and so forth. And then you can list here the total saved and just shade in your dollars as you save. And then a quote here with a cute little pink piggy bank. It says, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Then the next divider says, don't go broke trying to look rich. And it's got a girl with her credit card and her wallet. And then just smaller images of that and different skin tones on the back. And it'll be exactly the same. We'll have our monthly budget page, then our monthly layout, monthly expense tracker, and then we go right into our weekly spreads. So we'll have enough for 5 weeks, and then we have our 30-day savings challenge. So I love that each month you get one and you can save for something special, or you can make it ongoing. But then we'll just look at the dividers from here. It says financial freedom is not a dream, it's a decision. Love the pink, so cute with the little pink coin purse with $1 in it. Then the smaller images on the back, and then there are all those same sheets. And the next divider says save money and money will save you. The cute little piggy bank, and then smaller piggy banks on the back. Then we have a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Then there's the back of that. Then next we have budgeting is not about limiting yourself, it is about making things that excite you possible. Then there's the back of that. The next divider says too much month at the end of the money. It's got the grocery bag, more of the little grocery bags on the back. Then me, I'm on a budget. Also me buys a coffee I don't need. That's so me. And we've got the little coffees and the planner or the iPad on the back. Next says budgeting is the first step towards financial freedom. And there's the back of that. And the next divider says count every dollar with a gray background. And then there's the back of that. Why does my budget always look better on paper? And then there's the back. So this is our last monthly divider, and we have one more divider that's all about savings. And it says every budgeted dollar is a step toward financial freedom. And then there's the back. And then there's our last undated month. And this says welcome to adulting, where every dollar has a job and a coffee is a line item. And then there's the back of that. So this is going to have first a page that says savings tracker, your savings goals. You'll write your amount to save, date, amount, and balance, and then there's a place for the savings goal date. So you'll have 4 on the front and 4 on the back. And then next, these are some budgeting plans for, and you just list it there. And then we'll have 6 of these. It says category, date, item, budget, and actual with a little shaded pink section for the total. So 6 on the front, 6 on the back, and then we have another of those that are going to be 6 on the front and 6 on the back. And here's an online order tracker. So it's going to have a place for items purchased, total cost, purchased from, purchase date, tracking number, shipped, delivered, and complete. So we'll have 2 of those, front and back, and then another front. Then on the back, we've got a little shaded jar, and it says savings tracker, my savings goal, and then you write your plan in here, and you can just draw your lines or shade it in however you want to. And then we've got a few pages for notes here in the back, just very simple, clean, lined pages. There are 5 of those, and then this is the inside of the back cover, and then the very back set looks like that. The more your money works for you, the less you have to work for money. Isn't that awesome? I love how that's laid out. And next, let's look at the paper pack. Let's look at the budget expansion pack first. There are 50 sheets. Ten pages of 5 designs, double-sided and pre-punched. So we're going to have, like I said, 10 of each. So 10 of the debt tracker, which is the same as the debt tracker sheet that we saw in the planner. So it's going to have the same, the goals and place to write 4 different debts and 4 on the back. So 10 of those. Then the next 10 are going to be this expense tracker, which are going to be just the same as in the planner, but we'll have our date, purchase, paid with, an amount, and total spent, front and back, 10 of those. Then the next 10 are going to be duplicates of the online order tracker that we saw in the planner. Item purchase, total cost, purchase from, purchase date, tracking number, shipped, delivered, and complete. So 10 of those front and back, so you get plenty. I'm so glad to have this. Next, we get 10 of the pay in 4 trackers, like the 4 installments, front and back. And then there are 10 of these savings trackers that we saw in the planner, place for your savings goals, and for 4 different savings goals, 4 on the front, 4 on the back, 10 of those. So that's everything that comes in the budget expansion pack. And now let's look at the paycheck, budget, and cash envelope budget sheets. I've never done a cash envelope system, but I love seeing other people how they do it, and it might be something I'll try in the future. So this is going to have 50 sheets, 25 pages of 2 different designs. So the first 25 are going to be your paycheck budget sheets. So we'll have a income box that says date, source, amount, and total, bills and fixed expenses, variable expenses, debt, and summary. So it'll be the same on the front and back, and you get 25 of those sheets. Next, we have the cash envelope budget sheets, 25 of these, also a place for the payday, the income, the cash needed, and you have columns that say $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, and other, and then for the total, and then an envelope breakdown. So we have 19 lines here for the envelope category, the date added, cash spent, and remaining, as well as the pink and gray shaded sections at the bottom for totals, and then a section for cash goals, and then an overall summary. And those will be the same on the front and back, and 25 of those. So that is the paycheck, budget, and cash envelope budget sheets pack. And next, let's look at these top tab dividers that you can incorporate into your planner, into your budget planner, or you can even put it in the back of your regular planner if you don't want an entirely separate budget planner. So they come with all the labels. I'll show you those in just a second, but they're frosted, really durable, punched, and they have a little tab at the top, and there are going to be 6 of them. So this is the first one. It's clear, frosted with the little piggy bank and the coins. Then this is the next one that has that design on the side and just clear over here. Then this is the girl typing on the computer. Then we've got our purse and our phone, some flowers and candles. Then some worksheets with a card, credit card, the girl holding her credit card. And then we have this with all those like home, car icons, wallet, mail, phones. So that is the set of 6 dividers and the labels that come with them. First, we have all of our months over here. We have next week, fitness, home, health, sports, work, passwords, kids, trackers, hobbies, notes, extras, schedule, to-do, social, shopping, lists, self-care, dailies, tasks, gratitude, ideas, business, other, goals, personal, today, reading, budget, this month, faith, cleaning, school, meal plan, and next month. So tons of different options. You don't even have to use these just for budgeting, but I think they're so cute. And now let's look at the sticker books. First, let's look at Budget Basics Volume 3. So these are on clear. We're going to have all those same icons that we saw in the illustrations in the planner. So pretty. I love the color palette. Got the car, the piggy bank, the wallets, 2 of each. Then these are on paper, and these have little squares that say different things like bill due, pay in 4 payment, saved with a little place to write the amount saved, stuffed envelopes, credit card due, payday, bill due, house payment, car payment, and monthly budget. So these would be great like in your monthly spreads. 2 of those. Then we have little icons. This says bill due, no spend, payday, phone, save, treat myself, water, mortgage, internet, house or rent, grocery, gas, electricity, credit card, and car payment. Those would be great either in monthlies or the dailies, or even like your special sheets. So we have 2 of those also. And we have even more icons here. We have one for party, dinner plans, doctor appointment, workout, lashes, grocery shopping, spa day, shopping, nail appointment, movie night, browse, coffee time, and cleaning. So 2 of those. And then we'll go into our functional stickers. So we'll have like all the monthly boxes here, the long box, and then we've got our monthly boxes and some little checklist bars and different like smaller boxes here. 2 of those, and all those pretty pinks and grays. Then we have our full boxes and different size boxes, actually, all different size boxes, and then our longer checklist bars and bullet points, 2 of those. And then like double boxes and long boxes and a few more small with more of our functional stickers there. Lots of headers in the gray, the hot pink, and the light pink. Then we have some full boxes here that say Savings Challenge. It's got a little monthly calendar, so you could just write the days in small there and shade it in or put a little sticker when you save each day just to track it. And we've got the hot pink with the piggy bank, the gray with the wallet, and the pink with the little coin purse. And these say weekly savings goal, and then how will I accomplish this goal in all 3 colors. And weekly payments, we've got the bill on this side and the total in all of the 3 colors. And some habit trackers here, the smaller savings challenge that are weekly, and you'll just write what you're saving for, how much your goal is or what you're saving for, and then your days of the week there. More of these on the side. Oh, these are cool. They're divided down the center and they're really, really long. It says monthly expenses, so of course these would be great in the monthly layout, but in all the colors with those little wallet and purse icons. Monthly expenses, what, and spent. Then more extra boxes here and functional stickers here. Then we have that same long box in the same 3 colors. This says monthly bill tracker and is divided into 3 columns: the due date, the bill, and paid. And then these are like header size stickers that would be great for like the weekly or even the monthly, but bill due. And then it says paid or auto pay, so you'll just check there. So we have a full row of the gray, the hot pink, and the light pink, and these are just little headers that say payday. That'll fit perfectly in the planner. So 2 pages of that. And then these are white, these are on paper, just white and black stickers that have all different kinds of bills. So we've got house payment, rent payment, car payment, student loan, loan payment, credit card, internet, gas, electric, water, cell phone, cable, streaming, subscription, insurance, car insurance, home insurance, health insurance, life insurance, pet insurance, then groceries, entertainment, childcare, medical, medicines, donation, tithe, travel, emergency fund, savings, pay in 4 payment, trash, HOA dues, IRA contribution, 529 contribution, Patreon, taxes, gym, fitness, tuition, allowance, vet visit, copay, pest control, extracurricular, CPA, fee, and lawn care. 2 of those. And then this is kind of like the sheet, that last sheet in the planner, really big stickers of the little jar that you can fill in and track. So we've got a place here to write what each little coin is worth. So if you want to make them $10 or whatever, each time you put one of these in there, represent $10. So you get 2 of those there, 2 different color pinks, and lots of the little coins or circles, and then another page of that. And then these are headers, larger headers that say Savings Challenge. Let me show you about how big they are. Be perfect to make your own sheets with or to use in the planner, like on those blank sheets or those line sheets. We've got Savings Challenge, Business Expenses, Emergency Fund, Net Worth Tracker, Paycheck Budget, Payday Schedule, Debt Snowball Tracker, Rainy Day Fund, Holiday Savings, Tax Prep, Tax Savings, and Sinking Funds. 2 of those. So we've got all of our dates here in the back. We've got our numbers 1 through 31, the smaller months for the dividers, and then we have the larger months here and the smaller script months. These are on clear, 2 of those. And we've got some clear quotes in the back. Don't grow broke trying to look rich. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a ship. Financial freedom is not a dream, it's a decision. Save money and money will save you. Count every dollar. Just so many good quotes. A lot of them are the ones that I already read on the dividers, but there are 2 pages of clear black quotes, and that is the Budget Basics Volume 3. Now let's look at Bill Basics Volume 4. So this is going to have, just like I showed you in that last book, that has 3 rows of the bill due, the total, and then paid or auto pay, and then payday stickers over on the right. 2 of those, and it's all in those pinks and grays. And then we're going to go into some fun different colors, really pretty fall colors. Same sheets, just in those colors, kind of a brick, an orange, and a mustard. Then we've got those sheets in an emerald green, like a teal, and a bright blue. Then here are some like a purple, grapey purple, an orchid color, and a cream. Then we have it in all the shades of orange and yellow, and some lighter blues and greens. Oh, and the pretty lavenders and pinks. Then we've got more of those, like a maroon, an orange, and a mustard. Then our blues and teals, greens. Then like an indigo color and a burgundy and a deeper burgundy. Then here are some neutrals, very light colors, kind of like greens. And then more of those greens with a darker green and teal. Any color you could think of, it's going to go with any planner spread, so you can just reach for this book for anytime you need a bill due sticker. And then you have 2 of the black, and then you have 2 of the white with the black. Super handy. I love all the colors in that. So that's Bill Basics Volume 4. So let me recap everything that is available. We have our undated budget planner. Then we have the budget expansion pack, the paycheck, budget, and cash envelope budget sheets, the set of top tab dividers and labels, and then we have our Budget Basics Volume 3 and Bill Basics Volume 4. So I want to get a few pages set up in the planner. All right, I'm going to decorate a monthly spread with the Budget Basics. So I'm going to go ahead and get the date stickers. Let's do October since we're almost to October. Okay, so I got it all dated, so let's get some function going. All right, I'm going to get a payday sticker up here in the brighter pink, and then we'll get one on the 20th, that's the lighter pink. Okay, I want to put one of those savings trackers in the sidebar. Let's do this pink. Actually, I'm going to take this off. I can always use it somewhere else, but I want to use the clear stickers. Use the little coin purse. It's like the one that I just cut off, but I like that it's bigger and it's clear. And it's cut out around it. Okay, and I'm going to put this here for my car note. And how about a light pink? And then got a nail appointment on the 24th. Actually, I think I will put that in a box so I can write the time. All right, now I have my little icon and I can just write in the time. I'm going to trim this off though. Okay, and then a hair appointment on the 8th. There's another hot pink one for that since it's right under the light pink, and then there's the gray there. I'll just do the treat myself icon. So I'm going to put that here. I usually do a little shopping when I go to my hair appointment just because it's in a different part of town. And I'm going to use these little payday things. I'll use one right here. Not here. Okay. Let me go ahead and write that hair appointment in. And another on the 21st. I'm going to line it up directly with this because there's not enough room to offset it. Okay, and then on the 10th, let's do another gray. All right, now I'm going to note groceries on here, just grocery shopping and about how much. Do this light pink, and this paper is so nice and thick, y'all. Put that there, and I want to add one here. We'll do the hot pink for that, or let's do the gray. Okay. And let's do another gray bill due for electric. Okay, that is for phone, and also that day is water. So I think I'm going to put this here and then just do a little small slender box. There we go, and I can just write that in there. Okay. And we'll do one of these little hands holding the credit card. All right. I think that's about everything. I can always come back. But I'm going to go ahead and decorate now. Let's do this here with the wallet and the credit cards. And I'm going to do this little coffee here. And we'll do these little journals with a pen. Okay, we'll do the pen coming out this way. And we'll add a little quote here. Okay, so quotes are back here. Let's do, I like this. Used correctly, a budget does not restrict you. It should empower you. So we'll do that there. All right, let's add a few little decorative elements. I want to add the little piggy bank right here. So cute. All right, let's add a quote here since this is just open space. Save money and money will save you. I like that. And it's sort of like a horizontal quote. That would be really cute with our piggy bank, so I think I might move him up there. Because it goes along with that quote. Okay, there we go. And we can do something else at the bottom. Okay, let's do this stack of bills. Right here. And our bag of groceries. That's so cute. I think I'll do that. Let's do that right down here. We'll do this tablet with the planner on it. Okay. I think we need maybe another quote over here and one over here, and we'll be good to go on this, because this doesn't have to be super decorative, but of course we want to make it cute. Let's do this. The more your money works for you, the less you have to work for your money. Okay, we'll put that over here. And how about maybe a quote right here, one that's more vertical and kind of small. A budget is not about restricting what you can spend. It gives you permission to spend without guilt or regret. Okay, and we'll do that right up here. All right, so that is going to be my October budgeting spread. I do want to set up a little sheet with one of these savings trackers, the cute little jars right here. And for that, I'm just grabbing a plain piece of Kellofaplan dot grid paper, and I'm going to grab this pink jar. And let's put it right here. All right. I'm going to make this sheet for a $500 savings, and I'm going to make each one of the little coins worth or equaling $20. Okay. And I'm gonna have this as a fold over sheet in my planner. Just tucked in at the front. All right, and let's do a quote here that says, count every dollar. So I'm going to trim off enough of these just to use for this tracker to be enough to fill in to make this $500. All right, and I'm just going to grab out of Pastel Basics Volume 3 this little bit of tape to kind of hold this in this pinkish color. Okay, and I'll just have these here. Okay, and I'm going to put this here to note my goal. Just make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I can just put my goal in there. Just write some long, skinny letters. Okay, and then I have everything I need there. I can also have that kind of hidden and tucked away if I need to. And then, and I know there are sheets for this, but I just wanted to make a cute little fold over. Let's do a monthly expenses long box. And I'll just put this in the front of my October monthly. Okay. Then let's see if I've got a quote here. Let's do financial freedom is not a dream, it's a decision right here. And I'll use some more of that tape that I used in here to kind of keep it cohesive. Let's do this here. And then we'll do the rest of it here. And I'll put another little decorative sticker at the bottom. Now I've got a cute little like fold out sheet, and I can do something else here as well. Down the middle of this, I'm going to make a dotted line just by using a ruler and this Le Pen. And what I want to do over here is make a list of fun things to do that don't cost any or little money. Just like check out a book at the library or go on a picnic, go to the park, because that'll be motivational when I see this. You know, when you want to spend money, you can see a list of things that won't require a lot of money. And I'm just going to use a long black box from one of the older sticker books to do that. let's do, I want to use this same tape to kind of bring it all back together. I'm going to do that right down here. So let me get a box to label it with up here. Let's do the gray. No, I was going to use a box up there. I think I'd rather have that right there. That's cute. And I can do a decorative sticker here. So I'm going to put fun, free, or low-cost activities. Go for a walk or hike. Plan a picnic at the park. I just draw little dotted lines in between these. Okay, let's put visit a museum. Read a book. I'll put the library. Check out. And you could do that and have like a cozy reading night in, but I'm not going to write all that just for the sake of having room to write one or two more things. Get creative, like do some coloring or journaling, painting, drawing, writing. And then lastly, I'm going to have a an at-home spa day, just with things you already have, like a pamper day, manicure, pedicure, you know, bubble bath. All right, so now I've got a fun little list, and I just want to add a little sticker here, and I think we'll be good. I can pop that in the planner. We'll do the little scissors and these little journals. And the little groceries to represent like a picnic or a fun at-home dining experience. And let's do the headphones too, because we could always listen to music. Put the rest of that there. Okay, there we go. So that's going to be my monthly spread and my little insert that is going to be a savings tracker and fun things to do that are free or low cost, as well as monthly expenses with a little quote. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I flip through all of these new goodies from Kellofaplan. There are so many great products and ideas to help you with budgeting. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd also love it if you considered subscribing and turning on notifications, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!